and play on 2nd and 10. That's his youth right there.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
So today I'll be filming a quick prediction video for the first college football game of the 2026 season, TCU versus North Carolina, that will be played in Ireland. So with coaching, I would give TCU the advantage in this game because I think Sonny Dykes is a way better college head coach than Bill Belichick is. Dykes, I think, is a top 20 head coach, and Belichick, I think, is one of the worst college head coaches there is. Belichick is considered a defensive genius, but I think his defense will struggle again against Dykes' offense. Sonny Dykes is a quarterback expert and has been running the air raid offense, and I expect no different this year. He has another good quarterback, I believe, to replace Josh Hoover. Now, he comes from Harvard, which is in the Ivy League, but his name is Jaden Craig, and I think he'll adjust to the Power 4 level just fine. He started 11 games for Harvard last season and set school records there for pass completions at 208 and touchdown passes at 25 and passing yards at 2,869. And he's going to have one of the best wide receivers in the Big 12, Jordan Dwyer, to throw to, who had last season 54 catches for 730 yards and 7 touchdowns. Now, Bobby Petrino has always run a balanced offensive attack, and at quarterback they will be, I'd say, about even, because Belichick has announced that Billy Edwards will be their starting quarterback this season, who was at Wisconsin last year but only played in 2 games because of a season-ending injury. But the year before that, he was at Maryland and was a really good quarterback. He played and started in 11 games for them that year and ranked 2nd in the Big Ten in passing yards per game at 261.9 and 4th in the Big Ten in pass completions at 273. And he is going to have one of the ACC's best wide receivers to throw to, Jordan Shipp, who had 60 catches for 671 and 6 touchdowns last season for North Carolina, and also had a big game against TCU last year of 4 catches for 84 yards. But up front, I think TCU is going to have the advantage on both sides because on the offensive line, at least they do have 2 of their starters coming back. North Carolina has 0. And then on the defensive line, TCU has 3 out of 4 of their starters back, and North Carolina only has 3 starters back on their whole defense. And TCU, they have 5 starters back on their defense. I think TCU is going to be better on the defensive side also than North Carolina will be. And of their 5 starters returning includes Jamel Johnson, one of the best safeties in all of college football, a player to keep an eye on in this game. He had 7 tackles last season against North Carolina and finished last season with 96 tackles and 5 interceptions and 3 pass breakups. Now, North Carolina does have a player defensively up front to keep an eye on in this game. Melkart Abo Jade, I guess is his name. One of the best defensive linemen and pass rushers in all of college football. He had 10.5 sacks last season, which was the 5th most in the country, and had 42 total quarterback pressures, and also had 47 tackles tackles. But TCU, I think, is going to be similar to their 9-4 record last season, and North Carolina, I think, is going to be similar to their 4-8 record last season. Now TCU won this game 48-14 last year, and with Petrino calling the plays on offense, I do think North Carolina will score more than 14 points, but I still don't think they're going to score near enough to win the game. I think it's close for a lot of the game, but I think in the fourth quarter, TCU pulls away and wins it by about 10 points. So I've got TCU 34, North Carolina 24. So that'll be it with this video. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back very soon.